My name is Luke. I'm an engineering student at the University of Maryland, and I'm a bike commuter. I get to school every day on a bike, and it's really cool because I get to live out my hipster dreams of cuffing my pants, wearing beanies, getting to have a cool backpack, and generally having an excuse to be smelly. And it's been really fun. I am saving money and I'm getting great exercise too. But all is not well in the bike commuter world. Yes, it rains and my back gets not only soaked but also really dirty. This video is about my solution and my current setup for commuting in the rain. Now, Ass Savers describes their Fender Bender as 50 grams, long-lasting, durable, easy to mount, and that it fits on almost all bikes. 540 by 65 millimeters, and it's made of polypropylene, 1 millimeter thick. The Fender Bender and the Speed Mullet both cost around $20, but the Speed Mullet is not available in the US, so you have to ship it from like Sweden. Although the Fender Bender does its job decently well, I have to spend the majority of this video talking about how I could not get it to fit my bike, and I could not figure out how to get it to stay on my bike correctly for like 3 days. And those were really frustrating 3 days. Now traditionally the Fender Bender is supposed to go in between your seat stays like that, like right where I'm trying to put it now. But it would not fit there in my case. So I had a few options. Option one was to just put it under my seat post, hope that it wouldn't sway side to side. I was fairly confident in option one, even though it wasn't in between any seat posts, because it had this sticky, foamy material right at the contact point. So after I put it on with wet roads ahead of me and confidence and hope in my new product, I pulled out. If you don't have the right seat post for the Fender Bender, do not even think about buying this. Oh my gosh, option one failed so badly. It would not stay straight. Like I got home and even the next day I was trying all these different weird things with like my seat post clamp through the hole. I was trying to use my brake cables to also like hold it in place. And it was just not, there was no way that it was going to stay straight. And I was constantly looking behind me to see if it had moved to the side, and my back was muddy. But even though it wouldn't fit my bike and was swaying side to side, it still did catch some crap and partially saved my ass. But still, I continued to experiment to try to get this thing to fit my fucking bike. The peak of my efforts was trying to force the Fender Bender to fit in between my seat stays like it was originally designed to go, but it was scraping my tire, so I had to like use duct tape to try to hold it up above the tire. I even took a file to it and tried to grind away the excess metal so there'd be more clearance. And it was just way too much trouble. And in the end, it wouldn't work. It kept scraping my wheel. So do not get the Fender Bender unless you have the bike it's meant to fit. The most successful of my convoluted efforts was my fourth technique. Day 3, I finally found the configuration that gives least muck on my back. And the way I got this to not move side to side is by including it in the strap of my saddlebag, in addition to, what I was doing before with the clip and these wires. So that's the move. Fast forward 2 weeks and my Speed Mullet finally came in the mail. It went onto my bike the first time I tried, thank God. It definitely keeps my crankset super clean, so less maintenance on that. And it keeps my shoes a lot drier as well. But in all honesty, this issue could just be fixed by getting a pair of waterproof boots, like from a thrift store, which is exactly what I did later on. All in all, I would actually recommend this. If your bike has the proper configuration to be able to fit this how it's meant to be fitted, totally. Because after I figured out how to get it to stay straight on my bike, that it was not built for, by the way, I noticed that actually my back is never dirty and my crank set is always super clean. So in that respect, it does the job very well. Occasionally, after I go down a big curb, I'll have to look behind me to see if the fender bender has like collapsed on itself, which it has done before, although it's rare. Because of the portability and the ease of use to like take on and off, I think it's very unique, and that's also honestly one of the things that attracted me to it. I mean, it looks cool, it does its job, it's super portable, and fairly cheap. So I would get it again, actually, because the saddlebag thing works really well. Like, it holds it in place exactly where I need it to stay. So no complaints on that part. So yeah, I would recommend, for sure. I hope this has helped people who are curious about this product or have bought it and find that it doesn't fit. There's an affiliate link in the description below if you want to buy it. Holla at me.